Alright, let's get into some games here. I'm going to be trying Murlocs with Ready the Fleet. If you're not familiar with Ready the Fleet, then it seems like it's got potential. I have a feeling it might be too slow. It might end up being a one of rather than a two of. But one of the things that I encounter with Murlocs is not being able to close out the game quickly enough, which sometimes gives the control decks or the mid-range decks a better shot at finding momentum and then taking me down. So I'm going to give Ready the Fleet a try. I cut Rock Skipper and Adaptive Amalgam for the two Ready Fleets. I had a Treasure Gill and another Hand of a Doll, but I cut those for the Tide Caller. I'm not a big fan of Tide Caller in Standard, but I think if I'm playing a 3-mana pump spell like this, then I should have the best opportunity to get 1-drops out and have an aggressive start. So I'm going to see how this goes. I have a feeling it's going to be decent. I just don't know what little tweaks are going to be necessary. I did think about taking the Violet Treasure Gill out completely, which gives me 2 more slots to be able to throw stuff in there, so I could do like 2 prize vendors, or there's other early stuff that could help and also give some fuel to the fire. But I'm gonna give this list a try. Pretty standard Murloc list for the most part. I really like Rock Skipper, Brain Gill, fantastic. I know some people kind of go to 1 of or even 0, which 0 doesn't seem right to me, but at least 1 seems correct. And then pretty much all the standard stuff: Grunty, Tyrannigal, Steamfin, etc. So I'm not gonna beat that to death with explanation. So let's get into some games here. I'm still about 19 wins away from a honorable Paladin hero. So I'm hoping to get that in pretty soon, in the next day or two. Depends on how much I end up playing today. But I've taken a big break from Murlocs. I know I did a video about it on YouTube recently. It's actually my best performing video on YouTube, surprisingly, which I didn't expect. I was like, I think people hate Murlocs, but I was making a video just of some of the games that I was playing, testing it out with Rock Skipper compared to like a standard build. I think I want 1-drops. This could be the mirror though, where Rock Skipper could be useful. Let's do this and just pray they're not on like Imbue Paladin or Aura Paladin, something like that. Alright, Treasure Gill's okay. It's a 1 of, so. Nice. There's a Mermy. I think I'd rather have 2 1-drops on turn 2 than a 2-drop, but this is a fine hand regardless. Yep, mirror match. Fun times. That's just my luck. I think we do Treasure Gill. Yeah, because then I can always go Rock Skipper next turn and throw it at something if they do something problematic. Perfect. And do another Rock Skipper, even better. Alright, so Murloc. I think Tide Caller Mermy is the way to go here. I'm going to prioritize bashing their face because this deck wants to be aggressive as all hell. Steamfin Thief? Yup. Seems pretty good. Thank you for that. Give me another Murloc. Now I've got my quest active. Brain Gill's actually not bad here. It causes the board to get completely cleared except for the Brain Gill, which isn't ideal. But I could draw a 1-drop off of them. I don't hate that, actually. Rock Skipper, throw it at this. And then Bash could be good too. I think that might be the better play, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Clear their boards, so no revenge attacks. I think Murlocs has gotten a little bit worse as the control decks have gotten a little bit better. There's also combo decks that are very good right now. I like Rogue. I've mostly been playing Priest Paladin and Demon Hunter lately. Ooh, look at that. So I can go Rock Skipper, ready the fleet. And it's only my minions. So it's not going to pump their Murlocs, thankfully. That seems pretty good, I think. I do want a Brain Gill, though, just in case. I think I go Rock Skipper, Brain Gill. Yeah, let's do this. So should they want to attack my, trade 3/3s at least, I get some benefit off of it. It'll kind of match the benefit they're getting with their drink a little bit, hopefully. Alright, getting some good momentum. That's a very important thing, especially when playing the mirror like this. Aggro is all about momentum. That seems like the worst one. There you go, that's... good. I've thought about playing this guy too. The Fire Gill's decent, but I'm not sure if it's worth actually playing in the main deck. I could double ready the fleet. Oh boy. I think War Leader into ready the fleet's okay. Yeah, let's give that a try. That's a decent amount of damage. We're gonna hit him for 10, put him down to 9. So I want to put them in a position where they have to attack my minions, because the less damage they do to my face, the better. It means I can continue bashing and just keep them on their heels in a defensive mode. Okay, or are you just going to start going face and race me? I don't know that a race is a good idea. What do we got? Steam Fin's a good draw. I can go Steam Fin, Brain Gill next turn, or even Steam Fin, ready the fleet. These guys are going to be 3/3s off of this. Ooh, Crusader Aura is pretty good too. So if those are 3/3s, they get +1/+2, they go to 4/5s. So I can kill 2 guys. They draw 2 cards, which isn't ideal, but I'm thinking Brain Gill might be the way to go, just to make sure I continue to have a stream of minions. Is there a way I can deal 6 to them and rock 3? I don't think so. That'd be 5, and that'd be up to 8. So I can't do all of those at the same time. Yeah, Steam Fin, ready the fleet seems good. I can dash him for 4. Kill that. Ooh, very nice. Alright, 1-0 in the mirror. Yeah, one of the things I was considering when I decided to try Ready the Fleet was there's so many games where I get almost there, or like the Murlocs, early game, for example, too. Sometimes you're just playing small guys, and it's helping your quest activation, but you're not really creating too much aggressive momentum in the early game. So imagine going like turn 1, drop a guy, turn 2, drop 2 guys, turn 3, Ready the Fleet, bash. It helps with, I think, some of the control matchups, and it also makes it so the aggressive decks, you can race the aggressive decks a little bit better, I think. Playing against Mage, let's see. I don't mind Violet Treasure Gill. I almost want to keep Ready the Fleet just to see what it's like in the opening hand. Because again, if I can go 1-drop, 2-drop, Ready the Fleet, could be okay. Let's see if it works. Eesh. Do I throw the Mermy out there? I think I do throw the Mermy out there. Ideal draw would be the 2-mana 2/1 that makes a guy. It's almost always the best play on turn 2. That ain't bad. Let's see if I get a 1-drop off this. So it looks like it's Elemental Mage, which can be a difficult matchup because they've got removal, they've got aggressive guys. The 4-mana Elemental that deals damage every time you drop an Elemental is pretty good.
I wonder.
Let's just prioritize Bashing Face for now. Thought about doing this because it also gives me another quest activation.
The call of the
But I
wild
think it'll be
boar.
okay. Pretty good. Yeah, they've got so much value in this deck too. I did use Elemental Mage for a hot minute, but I didn't love the consistency of it. That's a pretty good card. So there's the Tide Hunter. Question is what to do from here.
Let me
Could
think.
Rock Skipper throw a rock at something? That gets them a spell. And it's draw a spell, not even a random spell. It's a very good card. Tidecaller will get my quest active.
Let me think.
I think Rock Skipper might be the way to go. No, I don't think I can justify that. Let's do this. It's going to give him an Arcane Missiles, which isn't great. I do want minions, though. Let's see. Maybe they'll just race me. And if they race me, it could be tough. Depends on, what they've got. If I can put together a good enough board, and then pump, then cheese. Alright, yeah, you can't beat double Solar Flare. Come on. Yeah. Alright, this game's basically over. Yeah, take a Crusader Aura.
Job done. The victory is
Alright, 1-1. Yeah, they had a very good draw, very good cards. It seems like it's a rough matchup. Thankfully, I don't see too much Elemental Mage on the ladder. I'm not exactly sure how popular it is. I think it's a fairly budget deck, so it makes sense that you see it at some of the lower tiers. Like I'm in Platinum right now. And I find that there seems to be a lot of people that kind of grind out, super aggressive decks. There's a really aggressive Paladin deck I made a video about recently. And then there's the Elemental Mage. Obviously, there's Murlocs. There's Pain Demon Hunter. There's quite a few aggressive decks that are just out there trying to grind through. I think after that last game, it's safe to say that I don't keep Ready the Fleet in my hand. I always want to draw it. And that was, well, naturally. And that was something that I figured was probably true, but I wanted to test just to kind of see, so... I meant to say hello, but I said well played. Oops.
Thank you.
I'm not being condescending, I swear. Please don't be Elemental Mage again. I don't want to see any more solar flares. Son of a gun. Okay. I think next turn I go Hot Spring into Rock Skipper. Just try to put together a board. That makes sense. Wow, okay. It is, once again, Elemental Mage. That's really unfortunate. But thankfully they're not on 1-drop, 1-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. Steamfin could be good here. That'll make the minion I play after it get pumped.
I wonder.
You know what? I think I am going to stick to this plan. So I'll Steamfin next turn, and then those guys will get buffed. Because he'll be the 5th, and then the 2 rush minions will get +1/+1 each. Yeah, it's possible Ready the Fleet is a 1-of. That might be the call. Yeah, that's a very good card. That's annoying. Okay. So, Steamfin... They're going to draw another spell off of that, which is not good. I would imagine I'm going to run into a Solar Flare sometime soon. The other thing is Ready the Fleet could be good after Tyrannigal pops. But then again, Tyrannigal popping is just good regardless, so... this... Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop this, pop that. Hopefully give me a better chance to keep an active board here. Wow, very nice. I've drawn 6 cards in the last 2 turns. Burning 1.
Whoops.
Okay, I don't hate that. That's okay. So, probably just gonna Ready the Fleet here. Not gonna attack any guys. I think I'm gonna hold the rock. Yeah, the rock doesn't kill anything. Let's do that. Just a little extra, tiny extra insurance for arcane missiles. Normally when the Murloc player uses their hero power, it's an indication that they don't have cards, so sometimes I like to do that to give that, to insinuate that, so that hopefully they play accordingly, but doesn't seem like they're too worried regardless. They've got pretty solid board in hand. This is definitely going to smash this guy. Can I get a rush guy? Can I get a... Okay. Very nice. So let's clear that board and keep bashing. Very nice. So I only have to get him to 6 this game since I'll have double rock. It's always nice. That's pretty annoying, dude. Come on. I guess that's what happens when they draw 5 cards in 2 turns. But thankfully 2 of the guys are reborn. That's awesome. Yes! Excellent.
Thank you.
That worked out well.
You win.
Whoo! Very nice. So that matchup is winnable, but their god draw is pretty hard. Like that last match seemed like they had the most aggressive possible. So after 3 games sitting at 2-1, played against the Mirror and Elemental Mage twice. Not the best not the best pool of opponents to test with. Hopefully I can get something a little better in the next couple games. I usually like to do at least 5 or 6 games before I do any tiny tweaks to a deck. I always find I run into trouble when it's like 1 game, oh no, change this. 1 game, oh no, change this. 2 games, change it back. Like, Got to get a decent amount of information before tweaking things around. Submerged map is good, but I don't think it's what I want. Yeah, I think there are better things to draw. I also haven't seen a tide color yet. Speak of the devil. Okay, okay. Perfect. So now I've got 2 1-drops on turn 2. And if I'm feeling frisky, I could always ready the fleet on turn 3. Seems bad. Seems bad. Don't think I'm going to do it, but I'm open to the possibility is all I'm saying. Yeah, we go me. Or do I do this? Because if I get War Leader off of it, then I'm definitely slamming that on turn 3. I think that's probably better. Okay, Drink Server's decent too. So I got 2 guys to drop on turn 3. Hopefully I can build a board before they start trying to clear the board. I think that 3/5 guy that deals 2 damage to all minions costs 4. That's annoying. Okay. There's a Rock Skipper. I like that. So let's go this and this and hit. Ooh, that's not good. That means they likely play the mech that deals 8 damage split up between enemies. I can go both guys here. I just pray they don't have a way to get that mech out. We'll find out. Okay then. How do you beat that? Like, how do you genuinely beat that? One of the reasons I like playing Toy Captain, Toy Master, whatever it is, the 5-mana Paladin guy in the Grime Street deck I've been playing, because it answers stuff like this. Because Elusive protects only from spells and hero powers, not abilities of minions. But in this deck, I don't know that there's any way to beat that. I can certainly try, but shoot, this could be bad. Let's go Treasure Guild first, and then likely just gonna ready the fleet. Cool. Okay, Tyrannogill's helpful at least. The unfortunate part is they're gonna gain an armor every time I attack this, and I've got a bunch of small guys.
Must move quickly.
So I just start bashing, so let's do this one first, this one, that. Alright, it's down to 14. This is possible. It's not looking great, but it's possible, because this gives them so much time to set up. Annoying. 2 damage to a minion, 2 damage to your hero. Not the greatest. So 5, that would make that 9, so that's not going to help. But I think Tyrannogill is just fine. So 6, is it 7? Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't. Let's do this first. Hopefully I get a rush guy off of this. Nope. Yeah, unfortunately I gotta do this then. So if they resurrect that, then I'm just scooping. There's no way. Scoop, concede, same thing. Magic the Gathering terms. Sorry. You're just gonna... What do you got? Unfortunate. Ooh, Grunty is very good. So I'm gonna take this guy and then I'll play Grunty next turn. Yeah, I think that's the best bet. Give me Grunty. Yeah. Hopefully they play a minion so I can get a little bit of value out of Grunty, but eh. Alright, totally cool. And I could throw this at this guy. Hopefully giving it like Wind Fury or something like that. Could be okay. Or even Divine Shield could help. But at this point it's basically in the bag as long as... Fair enough. Ah! Annoying. Yeah, possibly I should have Crusader Aura'd an attack, but that seemed... I don't know, didn't seem ideal.
Reporting for duty. I grow weary.
Alright. Got him pretty close. Let's see if I can take this down. Ah, that's bad. So at the very least I'll have one minion because of the Reborn guy. Okay, 2 minions. You got something else? They're at 20.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, so hitting them for 10. So still got the game within reach. Of course. As long as they don't have the mech that deals 8 damage with the death rattle, I think I'm okay. There it is. Unfortunate. It's going to be very difficult to deal with. Yeah, I forgot that had a miniature also. Good God. And we still got it! Alright. Alright, so this is going to be a quick video today. Like and subscribe and follow and all that fun stuff. I hate asking, but it makes a big difference for the channel, so I appreciate you guys that are already following. And if you enjoyed the video, hit follow and all that. This is part 1. I will do another part of this. I want to test this a little bit more extensively. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Check out the Twitch if you're watching on YouTube, and check out the YouTube if you're watching on Twitch. Same handle on both of them. I'm streaming pretty much every day on Twitch and dropping at least one video on YouTube every day. So peace and love, guys.